Shalom. This is the brother Nahal from the GMS Jamaica camp, giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. The honors to the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone, who teach and rule well through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Peace, love, and salutations to the men, women, and children, right, who are laboring in this ministry, the brothers who are out on the four corners of this earth pushing this word with all truth and sincerity. Shalom. Right. So in this one I'll be basically going into fortifying our minds against the cares of this world, right? And this other one, Rataza, this will be edifying and also motivating, to the brothers and sisters out there, those who need to hear it, through spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, including me myself, right? Me myself first and foremost, right? So fortify our minds or against the cares of this world, All right, and it basically I got the thought, well, ultimately from Yahweh Shai, but I was watching this video on YouTube about from this YouTube page called Dare to Do Motivation, right? It's about this Zen master, right, and his glass cup. So this Zen master got a glass cup from one of his students, a glass cup that he loved and adored, and even since he got it from one of his students, then that also the more reason to love it, right? But each day that he looked at it and adored it, he always tells himself that this glass cup is already broken, right? And that's him basically fortifying his mind against the loss of that glass cup, so that at the point, well, when it comes down to the cup being broken or damaged, then he won't be so emotionally attached to it to the point where he gets emotionally worked up about it, or feel a sense of disappointment or loss, because he had already tell himself, that the cup is already broken. So when he owned a shop, so when a customer came in, right, the customer accidentally bounced the cup off the counter, and the cup fell on the ground, broke, and he didn't get angry, right? Just went ahead and he swept up the broken glasses, and hey, continued as is, He didn't even get angry or shout at the customer, right? Because why? He had already fortified his mind against it. So in a sense, that's what we should on this side, should fortify our mind against the cares of this world, because hey, seeing that all this will be dissolved, what manner of man should we be, That's in first Peter, well, second Peter, right, 3 and verse 15, around there, So all the cares of this world, right, will be dissolved, Yahweh Shai will do away with, right? So it's just up to us now to not be emotionally attached to this world, so that when Yahweh Shai return and comes to put an end to it, right? We don't bug out, we don't go off or fall out, We can endure to the end regardless, And the cares of this world includes many things, right? Includes wealth, money, can be what you've worked towards, your vehicle, right? Your woman, your family, even, right? Because we do care for our family, we do care for our women, you know what I mean? But we should fortify our mind against it, so that if something happens to them, we won't be bugged out, Ultimately, we're hoping that they can be saved as well, But if they're destroyed, that's the will of Yahweh Shemir Shai, And if we have fortified our mind against it, right, then hey, we will go with it, We won't mind. We won't get bugged out or emotionally worked up about it to the point we fall off, And the same goes for the aquatium, For those who sincerely believe upon Yahweh Shemir Shai and listen to the men of the Lord, starting from the apostles of James on down, right? If your husband dies, if your child dies, right? Each of us, right? Those are the cares of the world. We should fortify our mind against that, You know. So this is Mark 4, verse 18. It says, "And these are they which are sown among thorns, such as hear the word, and the cares of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches, and the lust of other things entering in, choke the word, and it becometh unfruitful." And then happens to a lot of men, when they've just came into this ministry, or even men who has even been in this ministry, for a good while, right? They fall out, and it's all due to the cares of the world. They want to go back to that old life that they had, because when you come into the truth, a lot of things you have to put off. You have to mortify a lot of things, a lot of pleasures, a lot of lust that you might have loved in the world. The gang banging, the having a lot of well, having a lot of women, there's nothing wrong with that, you know. But we know we deal with things with a balance, right? So the smoking, right, the excessive drinking, because there's nothing wrong with drinking, but we just don't drink and drunk, the whole partying. So a lot of men basically they missed the cares of the world, so therefore they went back into the world, because they missed it, right? They didn't fortify their mind against it. And for those who are still in the ministry, we do have times where we are plagued in the mind, right? The flesh, the flesh lusts after all those things, but basically the spirit wants something different, you know. So we basically we try to endure and fortify our minds so that we don't basically get brought back into the world, right? And ultimately, when Yahweh Shai returns, right, we will be saved, right? We'll endure to the end. We want to make it to the point where if Esau threatens us, to take that RFID microchip, use our family members, our friends, right? Use what Esau can use, right? Because he believes that you care for that, Want to make it reach to a point where, hey, go along with that. Go ahead. We won't take that microchip, We're willing to die. We're willing to give up our own lives as well, So we should fortify our mind, to that point, where we won't bug out, because the time to come it will be it will be chaotic, right? Dreadful, you know. And even us ourselves, we'll call upon Yahweh and Shai, because in that time we won't I won't say, we will be all good. Hey, there will be moments where we'll fear, because as scripture says, such as never seen before, you know. So we will be fearful at that time, but we just don't want to bug out, want to know that how Bashmishai got us, right? So our minds are solid, we're good, we won't crack, you know, won't crack when Esau basically persecutes us, you know. So get another precept right here. This is let's get real quick. First John. This is First John. And hey, this is another way of fortifying your mind as well, reading the scriptures, seeing what the scripture says, about the cares of this world, how to let go, we need to know how to let go. So this is First John 2 and verse 15. Says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of Yahweh Hashem Shai abideth forever, So love not the world, nor the things that are of the world, We should basically be looking for spiritual things, things that are above, right? Because as scripture says in Matthew 6 right here, get that real quick. Matthew 6 verse 19, going all the way down to 21. Sorry, I went to Matthew 19, Matthew 6 verse 19, right? It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also, And the Hebrew word for heart is lab, which goes back to mind, So there, wherever your treasure is, there will your mind be also, You know. And if your treasures are upon the earth, then your mind will be on the earth, You'll be attached to the earth. You'll be attached to the treasures of the earth. And if you lose the treasures of the earth, you're not gonna want to lose the treasures of the earth, You know. That's why we shouldn't be lay up treasures on earth, we shouldn't, we shouldn't be going for solace on this side, right? All our treasures should be in heaven. We should be as pilgrims upon the earth, because we're just passing through, We're just passing through Esau's wicked society, right? We know our true riches will be in the heaven, you know. So when Esau comes, and Esau offers you wealth, fortune, fame, riches, and all that, um, all sort of niceness on this side, yo. And you only need to take that RFID microchip. You gotta tell him to hell with him, yo. You know, tell him to take him microchip and stuff it somewhere, yo. You know, we don't need that, right? When it threatens your family members, yo, loved ones, it might be a child, your husband, your wife, you know, you know that, hey, how Bashim Shai is gonna have them, well, they're gonna come back in the kingdom, yo, you know. So hey, do what you want to do, Esau. We just won't take that trip, yo. That's us fortifying our mind because we know say your greater things are coming, yo. Our reward is in heaven, our treasures are in heaven, not on this side, yo. So we won't submit to Esau, yo, or fall to will of Esau because Esau is gonna take our treasure. No, yo, our treasure isn't here, so Esau can't touch. It says, yo, in verse 20, where moth or it says, yo, where neither moth or rusted corrupt or thieves do not break through nor steal. Esau can't get that treasure, yo. You know, Esau can't even dare to think about getting that treasure or stealing that treasure, yo. You know, so that in mind, right? That fortifies your mind and puts you in the spirit of hey, not fearing, yo, not fearing Esau and what he can do or what he will do, or the measures he will take to have you take that microchip, yo. You know that it is all in the hands of Yahweh Shai, and you're willing to die, yo, because that's where it will ultimately goes to, yo. Esau killing you, yo, right? And we're not fear, and we don't fear death because we know what's after death, right? So let's get Colossians real quick. This is Colossians 3:1. It says, if you then be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above, right? Seek those things which are above you, not on the earth, you know? It says, where Hamashiach seated on the right hand of Yahweh. Set your affections on things above, right? Not on things on the earth. The word affection, it means fondness, yo, or liking, right? Gentle feeling or fondness of liking, yo, you know? So set your fondness on things above, yo, the treasures in heaven, yo, you know? The kingdom to come, the righteousness that Yahweh Hashem Shai will bring, you, right? The immortality that he will give, the riches that he'll give, yo. That's what we should set our mind on, yo, receiving mercy from Yahweh Hashem Shai, right? And with our mind constantly on that, we don't have no any attachment to this world, right? We don't love this world. So when Esau threatens to take all so-called cares of this world from us, right? We won't bug out. We won't submit to him or fall to his will because we don't want him to destroy our cares, you know? Because we know better. We know that Yahweh, our true care, our true riches are in heaven, where Esau cannot go, yo. Esau cannot touch. It says, for ye are dead and your life is hid with a Mashiach. When a Mashiach, who is our life, shall appear, then shall he also appear with him in glory. So even if he kills us, yo, we're gonna be brought back. Our family, our friends, yo, they'll be brought back in the kingdom. You know? It says, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, and the word mortify, it means to subdue, yo. So you subdue your members, you subdue the flesh, right? By what? Self-denial, self-discipline, you know? It says, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth. It's like a fornication, uncleanness, right? Inordinate affection, and that word inordinate affection, right, it means an unhealthy or obsessive attachment to something or a person, right? So we feel what we should subdue, right? That feeling, you know, that inordinate affection, you know, we should subdue it, rule it, yo, you know, don't make it overcome us, yo, right? That inordinate affection, that attachment to cares of this world, yo. Shouldn't let that attachment to the cares of this world, that inordinate affection, rule us, because then we'll be brought, but we'll be taken out of the way. We'll taken out of the truth. You know, we'll start to go after the lust of the flesh again, as it is read in Mark 4:18 on down, yo, the cares of this world. You know, and we don't want that, yo. You know, so we should rule our flesh, yo. I fortify our mind, right, through prayer, fasting, and constantly enduring in the word, relaying to these scriptures, or going back to these words, right? Says Second Corinthians, and rule in the flesh, yo. Don't always go after the lust of the flesh. Discipline the flesh, yo. You know? What you can do is basically each time, because you can know what the flesh want and the spirit want, yo. Right? If you're in the spirit like that, yo, you can know, you can always depict what the flesh is after and what the spirit is after, yo. Sometimes you feel a way, or you might want some junk food, or you might want to do something that the flesh wants, and you pick up, hey, this is the flesh, and then you just rule the flesh, or you just go a separate way, right? Do what the flesh doesn't want to do, yo. Read, study, right? Fast, pray. The flesh doesn't want to do that, yo, because that's you subduing the flesh, and that's what we should do, right? Let's get Second Corinthians real quick. I'll say Second Corinthians 4 verse 18. All right. I'll see here. It says, okay. It says, all right, let's start at 18. It says, while we look not at the things, right? We look not at the things which are seen, but the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Yo. And that helps fortify the mind to think about that, yo. The things that are not seen, or the things to come, the things that Yahweh Shemeshai promised are eternal. That's what we're working towards, yo, right? Not the things that are seen, yo. The things that are seen are temporal, yo. And temporal mean because Yahweh Shemeshai is gonna do away with all of that, yo. You know? So we should fortify our mind with these same scriptures, yo. You know? So let's see if I can get real quick Philippians. This is Philippians 2 as well. Let's see here. Sorry. Let's see here. Philippians 3 verse 7. It says, but what things are gained to me, those I counted loss for a Mashiach's sake, yo. Yea, doubtless. So Paul is saying, hey, he's doubtless, yo. You know? So when Paul give up everything that he gains, yo, right? Or when Paul counted loss for a Mashiach's sake, because what Paul is doing, and that's what we should do, yo. We should count all things on this side but loss, yo. Right? Job, wealth, family, friends, you know, whatever you might have on the cares of this world, yo, nice vehicle, count that loss. And as Paul says, yo, yea, doubtless, we should be doubtless, yo. We shouldn't doubt and say, why, I don't want to give this up because, no, hey, to that, yo, count that loss. And when it is actually gone, don't doubt or feel down, yo, or pressured, yo. Hey, Yahweh Shemeshai will, yo. Most I gives, he takes, yo. And I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of a Mashiach Yahushua, yo. That's so true, yo. Nothing is worth this truth, yo. Nothing is worth the spirit, yo. You know? So when you pray, even after you go off and you pray, you know, you ask Yahweh Shemeshai forgiveness and beg that Yahweh Shemeshai don't take the spirit away from you, yo. As chastisement, and I speak as a man, you ask Yahweh Shemeshai to, hey, take the cares of this world, yo. You might have just gotten a new job or something, and you go off, hey, ask Yahweh Shemeshai to take the job, yo, as punishment, but don't remove the spirit, because we should be willing to lose everything but the spirit of Yahweh Shemeshai, yo, the knowledge, right, the excellency of the knowledge of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, right, my Lord. It says, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Hamashiach, yo. And that's what we should do, yo. Count all of this but dung, yo. This world is shit, you know. The setup of this world, the food, the people, the philosophies, right, the pleasures, it's all shit. We should count it as shit, yo. You know. So when you have the cares of this world that low, when it's all gone, yeah, you don't feel no way. Easy, it's easy not to be attached, you know, with a constant mindset of, hey, all of this will be gone, all of this will be gone, all of this will be gone. Just get a new vehicle. Hey, soon and very soon I won't have this. This will be either broken up, destroyed. Look on a couple. I don't know, a year from now when you have Bashmesh return, it's gone, yo. New job, women, children, yo. No, you tell yourself, say, oh, your family might be put to death. My wife might be put to death. My husband might be put to death. My child might be put to death. You know, so you constantly repeat those thoughts, yo. You know, and you know that, hey, you don't be attached to it, yo. You know, right? The only thing that you should keep in mind, you should keep ironclad in mind, you know, is the excellency of the knowledge of Yahushua and Mashiach, right? The spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? Keep Yahweh Shem Yahushai in mind because he is the one that will help us in the time of trouble, in the time of Jacob's trouble, right? So I think I have another precept here real quick. Just get second Ezra. I'll close out with second Ezra, right? Second Ezra around 14, verse 14. It says, let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature, yo. You know, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. Right? We should put off mortal thoughts, yo. The cares of this world, they're all mortal thoughts, yo. You know, cast away the burdens of man. You know, we have way more better, way much better things coming, yo, in the kingdom. So with that in mind, right? It's easy to let go of these temporal things, yo, mortal things, right? Things which will soon come to naught, you know. So we should fortify our mind with these scriptures, yo, you know. Add precepts like Acts 20 and 23 to 24, Matthew 19, 27 to 29, Proverbs 4, 20 to 20 to 23, yo. But I'm strapped for time. So other one writers are this video was edifying one, right? Motivating to the body out there, men, women, and children out there listening and learning, right? Kalalali how Bashim how Shai, Bashamraka Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of James Great Millstone, who rule and teach well through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shai. Peace, love, and salutations to the elect of Israel. Shalom.